Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Today I'm doing a very exciting video. If you guys remember in my makeup haul that I recently posted, I told you guys that I was waiting for a foundation that hasn't yet come in, and when it comes in I'm gonna do like a full video on that product. So the product is here, so that's what this video is going to be about. I am super excited. So the brand I'm talking about is called Range Beauty. So I'm very excited to get into everything about this. I have not put it on my face yet. I've been waiting to film this video, so we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But first things first, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you over here, as well as follow me on Instagram. I would love to have you over there as well if you want to see a little bit more of my day-to-day life. We're gonna go ahead and get into this demo review, first impression, all that kind of jazz. Now, like I said earlier, the brand I'm going to be talking about is called Range Beauty. Range Beauty is a black owned beauty brand, and I think it's very important for me, being a black woman, to spotlight these brands, because most of the indie black owned brands needs exposure just like every other company. So as I discover more black owned brands and just indie brands in general, I want to bring you guys those videos. I think it's really important to support indie and minority based companies, as well as support the huge corporations. So with all that said, before I get into the actual foundation, I am on the Range Beauty website called rangebeauty.com, and I'm going to read you a little bit about the founder. So her name is Alicia Scott. She started her career in the New York fashion industry. She noticed that there were a lack of shades available during photo shoots and runway shows, so this led her to create her own cosmetics collection. So it says this brand was created out of a need for more diverse shades and less toxic ingredients in the cosmetic industry. Range Beauty was born. It is a brand that encourages you to express yourself while still allowing your true skin to shine through. We aim to continuously support, uplift, include, and empower all of you globally to be confident in your skin, no matter the shade or type. Range Beauty was formed for people ranging from all skin shades, skin types, and genders who want affordable products without sacrificing high quality ingredients. All of their products contain no mineral oil, no parabens, no petroleum, no sulfates, no synthetic dyes, no synthetic fragrances, no talc, and then there's another word I can't pronounce, no paraffins. When you think about the cosmetic world, not all companies follow these kind of ethics, so seeing a company do that, especially being an indie company, is amazing. So as well as all of the awesome things I just read you, this company is also cruelty free and it's made in the US. So I am very excited to try out this brand for the first time today. I heard about this brand from a makeup artist on Instagram that I follow. Her name is North Face. Her makeup skills are unmatched. She's so amazing. I'll put her little Instagram somewhere in the video. She did like a little Insta story, and she was using this foundation, and she was saying how much she really liked it. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she said the foundation was kind of a hybrid between a BB cream and a foundation, and that really intrigued me. So now let's get to a little bit more about the actual foundation. I believe their foundations come in 21 shades. If I'm not mistaken, I'm on the website now, and I believe I counted 21 shades. So for an indie brand, I think that that's really good. I see a lot of deeper shades. I see a lot of different undertones as well, so that's really good. So I am going to read you what the website says about the foundation. It contains French clay for long-lasting natural soft matte coverage. Hydrating formula nourishes and protects dry sensitive skin. It says that it's transfer proof, sweat proof, will not clog pores, and it also doesn't contain any of the things I read earlier. This foundation retails for $12, which I think is an amazing price. You get 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty much the standard for foundations. I hope you guys enjoyed that little part of the video. I want to try to include a little bit more about the company and the founder when I do more indie brand videos, which I want to start doing way more here on my channel. So this is how the actual packaging looks. Really nice. Okay, and I got the shade Rio. So I know how hard it is to kind of pick your foundation shade online, right? It's really hard. They do offer like little samples, so you can like get the testers and test out a shade before you buy it. So we're gonna see how well this matches me. Comes with the pump, nicely packaged, and all of that jazz. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I am going to prep my skin like I always do. So I'm gonna try out the Pixie On The Glow Multi-Use Moisture Stick. I mentioned this product in my makeup haul. Oh, and this little thing right here, I scratched myself in my sleep, so please ignore this. So let's try out this moisture stick. Not too bad, not too bad. My skin feels super soft. Next, I am going to apply my primer, and I'm going to be using the same old primer that I've been using. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It is my favorite primer at the moment. It works extremely well. So we're gonna let this primer sit and set into our skin for a minute. So we're gonna talk a little bit really quick. So like I mentioned earlier, I really want to start spotlighting some indie brands, some indie minority owned brands like I'm doing today with Range Beauty. So if you know of any indie brands, please leave them in the comments down below. I wanna start spotlighting the lesser known brands as much as I spotlight like the, you know, well-known brands as well. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and apply the foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump some out on the back of my hand. Let's start with a little bit like this. They describe this shade that I have, Rio, as deep tan with yellow undertones. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it, and ooh, that's really yellow. Apply it to my face. It's really yellow, really yellow. And I'm going to be blending this out with the Morphe M439 brush. I feel like it's a little bit light, but it's not as light as I thought it was going to be, where I was going to have to really finesse it. I feel like it kind of mimicked a little bit the shade of my skin tone, right? It's blending out extremely well, and what I can tell right off the bat is that this is a very hydrating foundation, and as you can see, it doesn't offer much coverage right now. I'm gonna put maybe like another pump just to see if I could build it up a little bit, but this for me is perfect. So here's how the foundation looks with one application. I did like about 1.5 pumps, maybe 2 pumps. So I'm going to take another pump of this just to see if it's buildable. If this was like my everyday type of thing, I would just leave it like this because I think this is perfect. But for the sake of actually seeing if it's buildable for a video, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's take one more full pump like that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do on this layer? On this layer of foundation I just pumped out, I'm gonna do this side with the brush like I did the last side, and then the other side I'm gonna do it with a beauty blender just to see if there's a difference in coverage and all that kind of stuff. So I think the second layer actually did add more coverage. Now I don't typically blend my foundation out with a sponge anymore. I prefer brushes, so I'm just testing it. I know a lot of people out there do like to apply their foundation with a sponge. I do feel like the brush side provided more coverage than the sponge is doing. I feel like the sponge kind of soaked up a lot of that product, but it blended out really nicely and easily with the sponge as well. So here's the sponge side, and this one is the brush side. Brought my little mirror just to see it close up, just to see if it's like drying on any areas or doing anything weird, and I don't see anything. And I feel like the second pump we did really did a great job of building up the foundation without making it look cakey. Like I feel like this is pretty much like a medium coverage. It's just definitely buildable without being cakey, so that's really, really great. I think this foundation looks extremely, extremely good. So not only was it buildable, it looks like skin, like I'm looking at myself, and it just looks like a healthy wash of skin. Like that's all it looks like. Doesn't look cakey or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, then we're gonna come back and I'm going to give you guys like the final thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Okay y'all, so I'm back. Went ahead and finished my makeup. For reference really quick, I'm going to share with you what I use for concealers and powders, just because I feel like it's important and relative to me trying a new foundation. Those are like all your base products. That's what you put on top of the foundation. So I feel like it's really important for me to share. So for concealers, I use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 46. And then to highlight a bit, I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This is in the shade Caramel. And then for powder, I use 2 different ones. To set my T-zone, I did go ahead and bake under my eyes a little bit, and then I applied the rest of the baking powder around my mouth and then a little bit on my forehead. And I used the Sacha Buttercup baking powder. So I left the bake on under my eyes, but everywhere else I applied it on my chin and my forehead. I went ahead and blended it right on out. And then to set the rest of my face, I used my Fenty Beauty Invisamite blotting powder, and I really like how my makeup looks today. I think it looks really natural, but also I still have coverage. Like, I just am really loving how my makeup looks. The concealers, putting them on, I had no issue with them sitting on top of this foundation. No issues at all. They blended like normal, perfectly fine. Same thing with the powders. I had no issues. I don't have any dry patches or anything. I love the way this is sitting and looking on my skin. I will be inserting a clip of me in natural light so you can see how it looks in natural light. Obviously I'm in a studio light, but I will be inserting a natural light clip so you can see how it looked. It just looks so freaking flawless. Like, I love the way this looks. It looks so good. I'm so happy. And the foundation is only 12 bucks, like $12. If I had to describe the finish of this foundation, I would say it's a very hydrating natural finish. I know that they said, let me see on the website, I think that they said that this was a matte finish, right? Yeah, it says soft matte coverage. Personally, for me, I don't see any matteness. Feel like if anything, it stayed more hydrating. It wasn't hydrating like the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. Like, that's just like super hydrating, right? And as much powder as you put on top, it really stays like super hydrated. This was hydrating, but like a more believable and a more wearable hydrate. Even though I'm powdered, I feel like it kind of calmed down some of the hydration, but I feel like it's still shining through, if that makes sense. I am very, very excited. This worked out really well to me, but if North Face recommended it, I knew that I was gonna love it because I loved her style of makeup. Like, she's amazing makeup artist. So Range Beauty, this is so freaking good. I definitely recommend it. They have their online website, rangebeauty.com. It will be linked down below in the description box. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed already, and until my next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.